Mr. Keith Blandford. Do you believe that all federal spending must be on the table in order to address our debt? Do you believe that all federal spending must be on the table in order to address our debt?
They said the question twice. They were really into it.
No, I just needed to enunciate because it was underlined all and capitalized. I didn't want to get yelled at.
Well, I think one of the things that we need to do in this process is to back up one more step. I mean, we're talking about federal spending, but nobody is talking about monetary policy, the money. Who's printing the money? Yeah. So I just heard, over here, one of the Republicans saying that we had too much regulation, now we have too little. Greenspan lowered the rates and pumped a bunch of money into the system, creating malinvestment where a bunch of people went out and bought things that they thought would sustain themselves, and it crashed. The boom-bust cycle, the Federal Reserve. I think that if we spend our time talking about what the government's spending money on, what social policy is good and what's bad, we are wasting our time. We need to take offense. We have been reacting to these people forever and ever. And we go to them and we say, you can no longer print money. They can't do a federal, they can't do it. None of these things can happen. They can't go to wars that people don't want them to or do want them to. They can't make national health care if they want to. They can't take over GM because they don't have the money. Yeah. So if we're talking about worrying about what the federal government's spending or not spending, that's what they do. That's what they do. And nothing is going to stop them except us. It's our job. Not anybody up here has the ability to do that. You have to take responsibility. Elect people who understand economic law because it's natural law. It's like gravity. And we're coming to a place where this is not going to work. And I think that's what drives me crazy is we talk about these things and I know I'm looking at it. This is gravity. This is what's going to happen. Our fiat currency is worth nothing. Right? We can't pay the entitlement programs we have now. There's no money. We're not going to repay the debt we have now. And what the government is doing is they're printing. And what does that do to the people? We heard references to people who are older in this room. What does that do to your money? Your money goes down by every dollar they print. And so does their debt. And do they have to have legislation for that? No. They just do it. We just had a bill come through, S604, just to see what the Fed was doing. And I'll talk about it in a second.